This today is the 23rd such web talk that we are doing. We have done 22 before this. More than 150 school leaders from 60 geographies have participated till now and shared their ideas and innovations that they are doing in their schools. So today, what we are looking at is simply what all innovative, different, new, creative are you doing during this lockdown to continue learning within your institution for your students. Learning not just in the aspect of academics, not just in the aspect of online classes, but in the aspect of engaging your students in a new or a different way. Because once you go online, body language doesn't work, gestures don't work. And when they don't work, the engagement has to be only through content and through content delivery, where intonation matters, voice quality matters, and your order or typically your scripting matters of how do you portray content to your students. So in this effort of creating this idea repository from all across the globe, we are reaching out to educationists from different geographies so that we can get a very varied and a broad view on what all innovation is getting done. Just to give you a brief on what all have got till now, there's one school in a very small village in West Bengal of Padua. They don't have good internet. So how would they engage kids? They have had devised a very nice assignment. They've told students to create a custom dictionary of their own, where they have to add 5 new words every day, and they'll bring that dictionary to school once the school reopens. There is one school in Agra that has asked its pre-toddlers to do a video call to their class teacher every morning to sing a new song every day. Because the most difficult part is to engage pre-toddlers and toddlers. Seniors, they're able to grasp whatever content you're giving them through online classes. But for toddlers and small kids, it gets very tricky. There's one school, I think the Indian Embassy School in UAE, they have started something called Cartoon Speaks. They've asked students to cut the daily cartoons from the newspaper or the magazine that comes to their home, stick that onto a paper, and write their interpretation of what did they understand from the cartoon, and then share those with their teachers. So we are trying to find very simple, small, little, big innovations that can make a big difference, which do not need a lot of expenditure. What they need is just a small enablement, just a small idea that comes from somebody who is experimenting. And why are we doing this? Why are we asking educationists about this? Every section of the society is supposed to contribute to the society in its own way, with its own capabilities. Farmers are giving us the food that we need. Police is taking care of our security. Doctors are taking care of our health. And as educationists, as educators, our duty does not get finished just with delivering education or delivering knowledge. It is also to create the knowledge bank that the world will use. And right now, we all have the perfect opportunity to create the knowledge that the future generations will need. So let's see what all new or different are you doing within your institutions, and what all learnings have you got as individuals, so that we can take it to a lot many more schools, and these small innovations can find much bigger audiences and much better implementations across the globe. Let's not keep it reserved for only the ideator. Let it go to every single person who can execute it and make good value for himself. So first, thank you so much for joining, and welcome to the Blub World Web Talks 23rd edition today on 23rd of April. So the format of the talk goes in a very simple way. Each of you, before I tell the format, you can all see Pallavi on your screens. She is the timekeeper for today. So once your time comes to an end, she'll put one hand up, and then you have 30 seconds to conclude. And once your 2 minutes, 30 seconds are over, she'll put his second hand up. And at that point, we'll have to mute you so that we can take the thoughts of everybody. And it's a time-bound activity. So if you get muted, please don't get offended. It's just for the purpose of actually meeting the purpose of this talk. So I hope you enjoy the next 20-30 minutes, and we have some amazing, nice thoughts coming in from all of you. So experience. Second, what per ecosystem that you are in. And third and most important, any one small little big idea that you think that other schools can learn from you or can experiment. Your introduction, personal learning, and one vision or idea that schools can learn from you. So try to keep it within 2 minutes. Pallavi will be the timekeeper. And if you go beyond your time limit, we might have to mute you. Again, just for the sake of it, don't get offended if you get muted. It's just for completing the activity in time. So I hope you enjoy the next 20 minutes. Let's start with Ayushi ma'am. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes. Try to share with us one, your introduction, second, one personal learning, and third, one innovation or idea that other schools can learn from you. Over to you for the next 2 minutes.
Good evening. Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. This is Ayushi Sharma from Arwachin International School, Delhi. We have 6 branches all over Delhi and UP. And we have a branch in UP as well, where we face some little problems like internet connectivity, less internet connectivity, or non-accessibility of the parents towards the internet. So there we have started giving the worksheets to the students, and we have allotted a few marks to them so that they can do it on the regular basis. We ask them to give us the answer sheets back, and we check them, and we told them corrections hand to hand to them so that they know that teachers are watching, not only distributing the worksheet, they are also checking it. Moreover, we asked our toddlers to enjoy new things, like by we have started giving them the Baisakhi celebrations where they have some activities. They have doing the pinwheel activities and the dance videos the parents are sharing with us. So it will be a great enthusiasm where we include, moreover, we include the activities to the school, from the school to the house. We have transformed. Moreover, one thing we have done is we have started yoga classes for the parents and the students, and we have asked the parents to be there at 8 a.m. in the morning. Through video call, our PT teacher is doing the yoga for the parents, in which the parents and students both are participating, which is really the mind development concept, because in this pandemic situation, we have forget to enhance, or the holistic development is lost somewhere. So for that, we have started the end so that I won't be able to attend the whole webinar, as my 3-month-old daughter can call me anytime. So I hope you like the ideas and will surely implement that in your school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ayushi ma'am. I think yoga classes for your parents is something, again, engaging enough. They'll be more engaged and more interested in what all the school is doing. As far as the school setup is concerned, this is a very good time that schools can utilize for value education, because this is the perfect time when the kid is with the parent full time and value education can actually percolate. And a lot of schools are doing that right now. And this value education won't just be education for a kid. It will also be a very good customer relationship mechanism for the school as far as the business part of the school is concerned. So, yes. And schools are very efficient using it.
Parents have started engaging with their child, doing fractions, doing English grammar, etc., etc., and they are themselves taking so much initiatives and giving us so much ideas so that we can implement.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing those thoughts. Now let's get it from ma'am. I cannot read your name. It's showing Indirapuram Public School. So over to you, ma'am, for the next 2 minutes. Your introduction, one personal learning, and one idea that other schools can learn from you. Rakshaji, please unmute, ma'am.
Good evening. I hope I'm audible. Yeah. I'm Deepa Sharan. I'm the principal of Indirapuram Public School Girls, Patna. This particular school is actually a part of Indirapuram group of institutions, which has 3 schools in Delhi and 2 schools in Patna. Okay, so I would rather not talk about what we all are doing. We are doing online classes and assignments and videos and all. What I would like to tell you is we are emphasizing, just now you spoke, Daksh, you spoke about value education. So we are emphasizing on this life skills. So we are having this counseling classes by the school counselor. The counseling sessions are for the students, for the teachers, as well as the parents. And am I audible to all? Am I audible? Okay, so the counselor is giving them tasks, like they have to make a video. Students are supposed to make a video at the end of the day that how they contributed in the household chores, how they helped their mother, their father, how much time they spent with their grandparents if grandparents are around. And they have to make those small videos and send it to us, just to encourage them to get involved in daily activities, because it's very, very important to keep them productively engaged during this time. See, they are attending online classes, they are doing assignments, they are doing all those things, but it is very important to de-stress them, right? They are also going through a lot of stress. That is one thing we are doing. Another thing is a regular PA, that is performing arts, visual arts, and physical education, which includes meditation, yoga, and a little bit of PT to keep them active. So these things we are paying more attention to here, apart from the academics that we are doing. And I personally feel that right now the real challenge that we faced was to train the teachers and then the parents also, right? So I think we need to spend a little more time on teachers training and make them more tech savvy, so it will make life easier for us, because a situation like this, it can happen anytime. And good that we become more tech savvy. There's one more thing we are doing. We are developing a centralized pool of resource. So all the schools are doing it together. So there are 5 schools. So this pool of resource is being developed just like Vidyadan in CBSE. So on the same pattern. And this particular centralized pool of resource is being accessible by all the teachers in the 5 schools. So we are doing it. And we are advising students to access Diksha app by CBSE, e-Pathshala, and we are sharing all the NCERT resources with them so that they are at par with the learning. The learning is not getting affected. But I personally feel that it is one time when we really need to make them learn how they can be more positive and enjoy this family time, because they don't get to do this.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Again, I think your counseling session for your parents is something that should be started by a lot more schools.
Yes. Parents are really facing a tough time right now. So.
Absolutely. Even for parents, it's very difficult to engage a kid within the home, even with all these things. But
and teachers as well, Daksh. Teachers also need this counseling.
For teachers, it has become a big problem, because we have, like, this is a school principal session. We are having teachers sessions simultaneously going on at different times. So just 2 or 3 days back, there were some teachers from Dhirubhai Ambani International School in Mumbai. They currently engage some of the most affluent kids from all across India. So the biggest problem that they are having is that these kids are super tech savvy and they are doing digital pranks. What they're doing is, if the teacher is on a Zoom call, they're taking the teacher's video on Zoom and then swapping the audio with it, and then they're circulating it to students. So when this happened a lot, what they decided was to, when it's technology being used, let's teach technology. So right now they're teaching programming to kids, that how to create physics experiments into simulations. And they're trying to create that edtech content within the school. So schools have become, super, super, super innovative during this time. Thank you so much.
We have to. Thank you.
So now let's hear it from Manoj Verma ji. Manoj ji, over to you for the next 2 minutes. Before we proceed, just one more thought. Whatever you speak during your time, you can use in English or Hindi, whichever language is comfortable to you. Don't stop yourself because of the language. What we understand is very simple. Bhasha kabhi bhi gyan ka paimana nahi hota. You cannot judge intelligence by language. So don't think you cannot use any language. Whichever language is comfortable to use that, because what's important is the idea. And an idea that can be scaled up to nearly lakhs and thousands of schools across the globe. So try sharing it with us. Your introduction, one, learning, personal learning as an educator, and third, most important, an idea that other schools can learn from. Over to Manoj.
Thank you, Daksh, and good evening, everybody. I am Manoj Verma, currently principal at DAV Mathurapur near Bhagalpur in Bihar. I have been in the education sector for 27 years, and this is 16th year as head of the institution. During this tenure, I have learned lots of things, but one learning I would like to share with all of you is exploring the possibilities amid all limitations. because there's no place that will not have any limitation. Lots of limitations will be there, and you will have to explore the possibilities. It is only through exploration of possibilities that you can ensure improvement and betterment of any place. And this is what I have also been doing. This place, Mathurapur, is a very small place in a far off areas in the interiors. Basically, it has rural setup. Children also come from rural areas, mostly 70-80% children. 40% are the families where parents are illiterate. So definitely you can understand the challenges, what we have to face. During this lock time also, lots of challenges we have to face. But we are trying to explore the possibilities. Network issues are there. Only yesterday I was not audible to you. Today somehow I'm managing. So many challenges are there, but we are trying to find out the ways how we can come up to the expectations of the students and how we can ensure learning during this lockdown period also. I have especially asked the students to engage themselves in various kinds of activities that from time to time we are giving from the school side. I personally keep holding meetings with the parents, online meetings, and keep sharing with them different ideas, how they can engage their words in different activities. From time to time, the students share the different activities, whether it is singing, dancing, artwork, and different types of things. So that shows that, yes, they are fruitfully engaged in those activities. I have suggested them two things also during this lockdown period, what they can do. One thing is that they can cultivate the habit of playing with the dictionary. I'm using the term playing with the dictionary because generally you consult a dictionary when you find some difficult word or phrase. Just to look for the meaning of the words, you consult the dictionary. But playing with the dictionary means you keep the dictionary at a place from where you pass many times during the day, and whenever you pass through that place, you just open up some pages of the dictionary unintentionally, just look for whatever words come before your eyes and just go through it, irrespective of how much you can retain afterwards. Don't think about that. By and by, in 15 or 20 days, you will start noticing that you have started retaining much of what you have seen during the day. So this is called playing with the dictionary. You will be habituated of, you will feel like consulting dictionary more often than what you are doing. And second thing, I have asked them that they should go through, because during the normal times, they have so much of workload that they cannot give sufficient time to reading the books of their choice. Today, coincidentally, today it is the International Book Day. So I have just only today I have given them this message that from today itself they should start reading some good books of their choice, particularly the motivational and inspirational books, especially written by people like Robin Sharma, Shiv Khera, Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, Vincent Peale. So all they are very good authors on motivation. So they have started doing this, and I have also told them when you complete one book, they should write the gist of the contents of that book for further reference. This will later on, it will give them a sense of satisfaction that they have gone through so many books. Okay, so these two things I have shared with the students. I have shared with the parents that they should try to inculcate good habits in the students so that in coming future they become really noble citizens of the nation. So they should try to instill good values.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Manoj sir. We appreciate your energy. Thank you so much for putting those thoughts for us. We'll try to take your thoughts if it's possible during the talk next. I think whenever your ideas can actually go to the white paper, that start this dictionary play at home, and a lot of schools can do it very easily. And this will, I think, incrementally enhance the vocabulary of all the kids once they come back to school. You will be able to actually judge that very nicely. So thank you so much, Manojji, for sharing those ideas with us. Now let's hear it from Mohit sir. Mohit sir, the next 2 minutes are yours. Over to you. Your introduction, one personal learning, and one idea, vision, innovation that you think that other schools can use from you. Over to you.
I'm Mohit, Bhutani, and we run a chain of preschools by the name of Joyride. And we're also consulting to about 30 formal schools right now. We're consulting for their pre-primary education. So when the concept of
you're not audible, sir. You'll have to speak a little louder.
Okay. So we are in the pre-primary segment. Am I audible now, Daksh?
Yeah.
And we have our own preschool chains. Along with that, we consult formal schools for their pre-primary education. When the concept of virtual classes had started, we were mentally prepared that it's going to be a major challenge to convince parents that virtual classes are practically possible even for kids who are 2 years or 3 years of age. That was primarily possible because of I think a lot of aggressive calling and a lot of personal attention being given by the staff. So when a phone call is going from the admin's end, parents have had a perception in their mind that school fees ke liye phone kar raha hai. But when a call was going from the teacher's end, the perception is it's about the well-being of my child. I'm glad to announce that at this stage, we are maintaining a 70% attendance for nursery, KG, and pre-nursery as of now. And with new things which are being implemented, we do plan to make it 80%. Yeah, I firmly believe that this is an opportunity not just for us, but for all schools to improve in terms of their IT infrastructure, equip their teachers with the latest method of teaching. One important thing that we have started doing is we have started to make sure that whatever concepts teachers are doing, we are recording those concepts. Now, what is happening is at the end of the day, I have 10 videos of an activity which are ready for me. Now, let us say my teacher leaves me today and I have to train another teacher with the same activity. I have those sorts of videos ready. Applications are going on. I giving them a holiday homework that's in a printed form. We are trying to change the way we want parents to look at things right now. Instead of sending YouTube videos, my teachers have become more equipped in terms of creating their own videos, editing it, and posting it on LinkedIn and sharing it with parents. Now, sharing of these videos has made it possible for parents to actually understand the activity in a much more better manner. Along with this, our major focus has been, again, helping our teachers understand how to connect better with kids once the school opens. You're not looking at July. As a school, we're expecting that schools will probably begin from August or September. And by that time, a lot of significant changes in behavior will be there. Kids probably might be adapted to this new style of teaching. Getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then sitting in front of the mobile phones or TVs at 11 o'clock. How do we deal with that? So we are already started to work on that.
Thank you so much, Mohit, for sharing those thoughts and observations that you're right now experiencing. Thank you so much. Now let's hear it from Sarika, ma'am. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes. You can unmute your audio and start. Your introduction, one learning, and an idea or an innovation that other schools can learn from you.
Yeah, good evening, dear listener. Thank you, Daksh. Myself, Sarika Sharma, Vice Principal in DPS Bandikui, pursuing PhD in Education. As we progress towards a more digital empowered and interconnect ecosystem, there are rising fears that technology is stunning a child's social skills and emotional growth. Technology has the power to drastically revolutionize the way learning takes place. Students not only enjoying learning and learn faster when they have multimedia aids, for example, visualized classes as we running. Teachers will have more times to focus on behavioral development, fostering emotional control and skills development in students. The responsibility of school and teachers does not stop at developing highly standard, but school also plays a crucial role in instilling the sense of confidence and exposure to emotional intelligence in a child for him to successfully navigate through life. And this requires human intelligence that technology may not be able to imitate, but will not be able to own for itself. School must include Saturday activities plan, like Saturday interdisciplinary activities, in which includes craft, dance, games, and music sessions for their non-academic growth as well. We must organize council sessions to boost their morale and give them a clear career path. For time being, we are laying special emphasis on behavioral management, mental, physical development of the students and providing the study module accordingly. The adoption of online loads to further the cause of education is a great imitate, and I believe that it will transform the academics and non-academic landscape for the better. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sarika ma'am, for sharing your thoughts. I think this is a time when life skills and behavioral changes and learning or introspecting has taken the front seat, and academics has actually taken a back seat during this time. There's a very small and little idea that a school is doing in one very distant district in Odisha. I think Sendurgarh, I forgot the name of that district. They've started or told their kids to write an introspective diary every day, where they have to list down what good did they do in the whole day and what bad did they do in the whole day. And once they come back to the school, that diary can be used as a barometer to judge their wisdom or their wisdom development of understanding what's good and what's bad. So people are doing very small, little and good innovations, which will find, life skills at a better stage, value education at a better stage once schools open. Because every educationist had a utopian dream that if value education could be taught in schools. So this is a good time to actually do that and achieve that utopian dream. Now it's time to hear it from Dr. Vivek. Sir, over to you for the next 2 minutes. You can unmute your audio.
Namaste. My name is Dr. Vivek Sinhar. I'm happy to be a part of this webinar and discussion. I'm a medical doctor by qualification, and I run a chain of schools in Rajkot, Gujarat. And I'm presently the founder and director of Innovative International School in Rajkot, and we run a group of 7 other schools having more than 6,500 students. So these are very trying and testing times for us, and it's been quite a learning experience for us, everyone. And I personally found it to be a very enriching experience to be a part of when the organizations are big and structured and layered. And there's a lot of layers between the director of a school and the teachers and the coordinators and the principals. So we never had the opportunity of getting to enter the classrooms. And with the Zoom sessions that we are doing right now, it's a personal interaction with each and every teacher, each and every student, and on a day-to-day basis. And we can switch from one class to the other. So it has given us the invasiveness and the uh, intricacies of the classrooms, which was not possible in school. So we are going to emulate some of these things, and we've discovered some of the things that we are going to carry forward after the lockdown ends, like the daily teacher meetings, in which what happens is the coordinators, the principal, and the directors, and the academic team, all of them are there in a Zoom session, and each and every teacher is given 10 minutes to join that meeting room. And so a teacher, what we have found is the management time and the teacher's time. Everyone's time is being saved tremendously. Every teacher just comes in that meeting for 5 minutes, just like this webinar, and they just give their presentation, what they did for the day, what were the challenges, what is the lesson plan, and give the presentation for the next day. So 5 to 7 minutes of each and every teacher. And if we have got even 50 teachers, it wouldn't take more than 3 hours to have a daily presentation for each and every teacher. So that has been possible through these Zoom sessions, that I think would be a good. We have an in-house IT team, and we're using our in-house mobile application, and now we are integrating video conferencing into our in-house application, and we're moving from Zoom. Because of the safety issues, I would like to suggest everyone to use, there are a lot of other safe platforms available, like Hangout Meets. ये सारे जो platform है, ये use करने ज़्यादा हितावह है. Rather than Zoom, we have experienced Zoom bombings and all those things. Like you said, the technical students, have got quite an expertise, and they do find their way around these new technology. So we are promoting WebEx right now till the time we build video conferencing into our school IT platform. We run a company by Advantage Solutions, and we have a free mobile application for communication between students, teachers, and parents. And in that, homework can be allocated and checked online. Everything is there. Class forum is there, and there is number privacy between the school and the parents. The biggest challenge is the teachers WhatsApping and calling the parents directly. That is something that is should not occur. We've got solutions for telephony.
Vivek sir, thank you so much for your thoughts. Since the time was over, we had to mute you, but we'll try to take more of your thoughts. If anything is missed out, please do share with the team. They'll stay connected. I think one of your ideas is a very good administrative tool that can be very easily used by schools, which is a 5-minute presentation by every teacher every day. It's something that's easy to implement, easily scalable, and I think we'll take it to the white paper. Thank you so much, Vivekji, for sharing that idea with us. So we have taken all of your thoughts, and we'll try to take some of the best ones to the white paper. And if anything you wanted to speak and you were not able to say due to the time limitation or any other limitation, either you forgot or anything, our team will give you a message. You can send those back on a message, send it over to us, and we'll try to take those to the white paper. And if you want to see whatever current learnings that we are documenting, just find Blub World on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or whichever platform you're active on, and you'll find those learnings every day. We are trying to share one idea every day that all schools can implement. You can actually go there and see that. And before this all meeting comes to an end, I just want to leave you with 2 thoughts. And this is simply some food for thought, so that when we meet next, or when you go back to your working arenas, you can think over these and can create some next level of knowledge that the world would need from you. The first one, we are all right now using a lot of education technology products, a lot of technology products for the sake of it. And what we could understand after observing for such a long time was that most of these ed tech products, they are solving, they're not solving education issues. They are solving communication issues. So when you judge an ed tech product, don't just judge it on the basis of the technologies it provides. Always try to understand the ecosystem around it. That does it facilitate the education that you want to do, which typically should be the way you deliver the education, the content that comes into play, that the platform that it runs on, the safety that it offers. There's an ecosystem that you have to understand. And most of the educationists right now are in a big dilemma, what to buy and what not to buy, because every day you are bombarded with solutions. But once you get bombarded, don't lose your cool, because the problem right now is we are all offering a lot of things to kids through technology. And we were all telling, don't be on any device before this lockdown. And right now, your school is running through a device for them. So the times have changed, and our knowledge sets or our wisdom should also evolve. And this is the right time to do it, because this is a gap that even we have got. So as educationists, just try to devise or think of what education solutions can technology do beyond communication. Communication is a big part of it. Communication will always be a part of it. But think of what education issues can technology solve. Just try to, implement either design thinking or divergent thinking into finding what problems, education problems, can technology solve. And second and most important, we are all right now in a lockdown world or in a corona world. And we all hope and pray that we'll be very soon in a post-corona world when all this would have ended. Just try to imagine the characteristic changes that will appear in the student that you get in the post-corona world. He will change because he right now is getting accustomed to one-on-one teaching. He'll come again to a one-to-many teaching. And he would have got super tech savvy. And second, most important, the character of your teacher will also change. And once these change, the skill sets you give both of them or you judge them with have to change. So what do you need in the future educator and what do you have in the future student is something that we all should think on. And if there's anything that you want to share with us, please do that. We are doing a very small competition. We are trying to find out the India's most creative school. So if you, your teachers, your management, your students or their parents, if you're doing anything creative or new or innovative during this lockdown, share it with us. We have a good cash prize waiting for you. Thank you so much for taking out the time and being with us. If you enjoyed the session and want to attend some more of it, you can open your audio, say a big yes, and thank you so much for being here.
Yes, Daksh. Thank you for this session.
Thank you. Thank you, people. Thank you so much for taking out the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Goodbye. Thank you.